Check this out. This is going to blow your mind.
A better you starts today.
Well, not really. This is just another video where I talk to you about how bad your phone is. But isn't this interesting? Let's start with this one. Did you know that over the last 50 years, people have exceedingly started to talk faster? Obviously, I did that just to add emphasis to the fact that I'm talking slow, just to show that people... That's how fast people used to speak, by the way. Yeah, it's just... I looked up all of this. I can't be bothered to tell you where I found it either. You're just going to have to trust me. Now, the thing that happens with that is that not only are people talking faster, they're walking faster. Everything is about quickness. The future will be faster and faster until we can no longer keep up with robots, and then, like every podcast you've ever heard in your life, you're going to be replaced. Oh my God. Well, let's be honest. Come on. It'd be pretty good being a zoo animal. But that's pretty much all that's happening. Life is getting quicker all the time. This is just in terms of the media that you consume. This is just in terms of the experience. People, look, the thing is, yeah, okay, we all miss talking to someone at the checkout, unless you're in the country where people are still going to the grocery store and they're getting their 12 items all I had 15. Should be in the other aisle. Too bad there's only one person here. Yeah. A lot of that in the country, but when it comes to the city, and you will see this, especially when you come into the city, now, they don't have anyone at the counters. No one. They're all just hybrids where you just go and you get the little machine to go, beep, enter your key, error. But still, even with all the errors, it's still faster getting in and out of the supermarket. And nobody kicked up a real fuss about it, even though, when you think about it, they've just made you pay for their labor costs. So that obviously gave everyone the shits, but nobody gave that much of a shit because it's just faster. And the closer that you get to the CBD, the more people speak quickly. That's what's happening. A huge part of that is the fact that life is getting faster because it is mechanized. And it's just instantaneous. Anywhere that you are in the world right now, did you know that you can access Google Maps? You can never be lost again. No Seinfeld episode would make sense anymore. How's that? But think about that. Like the biggest TV show of all time in the 90s, now mostly redundant. It should just be called Redundant the Show. Most of it was, where did I put my car? Well, you wouldn't have that problem anymore, would you? Your car comes to you when you press a button. This is the age that we live in now. Get used to it. With that, however, comes huge challenges because, as I've said before, one of the most marketable, looked after skills now is people that are able to think deeply. In a world where people want things quicker, you have to think deeper. You have to also deliver more quickly. But also, this is something that is becoming rarer and rarer and rarer and rarer. It's obvious. It's really obvious when you talk to Zoomers. Their knowledge is... mile wide and inch deep, isn't it? Definitely when it comes to boomers, theirs is, an inch wide, a mile deep. They're experts in one thing. They're always a paediatrician, but then they vote Liberal. I mean, what's up with that? But the thing is, with Zoomers, they don't have time. They don't have the attention span anymore to focus on something deeply. Now, any book that you read in the modern age now is telling you that pretty much the master to success is somebody that is... not controlled by their phone, let's put it that way. And instead, you are the one that is able to upload the content, but you are not controlled by the content. And the more that you can stay away from it, the more wondrous things you can do with your time. Because I'm able to sit there and think deeply about something for a month, I'm able to really puncture a hole in someone's argument. I mean deeply. And you know what else I know as well? I know that no one else can do it. And when I say no one else, there's probably, there's a few hundred people that could do it. But the vast majority of people in my specific area can't do what I do. They don't have all of the investment and long-term. This is just something that I realized by myself. Because I just realized I'm so brilliant that I didn't even need to be scared of someone ever replacing me. And why is that? It is because it's not even just in terms of skill or talent or any of those magical things. It is just, I have spent a long time trying to dig down in my one specific field. So I've dug a really deep tunnel. And for them to get there to this stage, they have to spend at least 10 years focused on it as much as I was focused on it just to get to there. No one's putting in that effort. And I'm still digging down, and I'm able to dig faster and faster because I've got all the knowledge of how to dig a hole from here. That's the advantage of focusing on something for a long, long period of time. When you're thinking about focus, you're just thinking about, oh, my exam that's coming up. Yeah, okay, that's one example. But the thing is, you just keep studying, you keep going faster. You notice this about really successful people in the corporate world, or in any field, really. They did well in their HSC. Why is that a predicator usually for success? Because it's not a determinant of success. There's a lot of people that do very poorly in the HSC and then they go on to start some jewelry chain or some other unintellectual pursuit. But why is it usually the people at the top that stay at the top? Well, they were able to harness themselves in the middle of all of these hormones flaring out, stiffies left, right, and center at any thing that even resembled a female. Oh yeah, the gym coach kind of, when it's up his crack, it looks a bit like a G-string. When all of that was happening, they were able to focus in and get 99% of the HSC. Now, obviously, now that we're older, cakewalk for us, obviously. But back then, that is a huge accomplishment. And it started the drill. That's all you realize. That life, when you want to become successful at something, it's just never-ending studying. That's what it is. It is a study of something. That's all that keeps happening. You just keep studying. Now, you know I'm always using the phrase that if you start looking at your phone first thing in the morning, you're going to be 10 IQ points dumber by the end of the day. That's true. You know what else some new research has found? Here's something that'll really freak you out about your internet time. You may as well be smoking weed. Now, I know that a lot of you are sitting there thinking, huh, checkmate, I'm smoking weed right now. Yeah, you got me. Think about it this way, stoner. You're even worse off than the people that are also on the internet because you're doing that. But I'll give you this. It is 1/3 worse off. Get it? The people that are on their phones consistently throughout the day, they may as well be high. If they were high and they were watching a movie, as we've all done when we sat there watching Superbad thinking it was genius, it's because we were intently focused on it. At least weed kind of gives you that in your brain. What's their relationship again? Oh yeah, that's his mum. Yeah, see, it's hot, man. Gives you that. Phones don't. Phones are the absolute antithesis to success. In a lot of ways. There's a couple of things that they do help out with. In that, they can make you think faster. But it's like in the book, Thinking Fast and Slow. There are occasions where one is good. But most of the time, throughout your day, thinking slow always is going... Well, that's way too much. Not always. Vast majority of times, it is better to think slow than fast. It's good to have the skill of being able to think quickly. But you need to be able to think deeply. That's why you need to get rid of that phone. Now, here's some other things that are going to really freak you out. Here's a little quote. Here's a little quote from the book, whatever it was from. But anyway, the guy that woke Tony Faddle, who helped invent the iPhone. Listen to this quote. I wake up in cold sweats every so often thinking, my God, what have we brought into the world? Here's something else really scary. Some motivational speaker was in Google and he was just like, hey everyone, come on, let's start thinking about the reasons of what we're doing and how we're making the world a better place. Hands up anyone here in Google that is excited to live in the world that we're creating. Not one hand shot up, not one. They know they're bringing in a technological dystopia. You need to resist that. If the creators are terrified of their product, why are you so into it? Let's be honest. You're addicted to cigarettes. That's what your phone is, cigarettes. You don't need it. It's making your life worse. I think that you should quit cold turkey like you do with cigarettes. But if you can't do that, Well, just know that you're just going to be worse off than somebody who focuses deeply on something for a long time. And also, there's a satisfaction that comes with it as well. Trust me, there is. Even if no one else cares, you realize, no, I got to another layer of thinking that other people just can't reach. They cannot go down that deeply. That's why a lot of people all the time say, how are you so able to just keep going in these conversations? You're able to just, and by conversation I mean I'm just monologuing. How are you able to keep doing that? Because of years and years and years of reading and thinking all the time. That part of my brain is highly developed now. That's how I can do it. If you want to get on there, there's going to be a bunch of things that are going to be very helpful for you. But that's the whole thing. What you really want to be aiming for in life is that your brain's thoughts are more entertaining than anything you watch on Netflix. That happens. Not to brag. But I do watch a lot of Netflix shows and I just do not get hooked by them. It's just like, nah, what I'm thinking about is more interesting. That's what I want you to get to. Because that shows true human potential. So, how are we going to do it? Well, first off, you're going to come to my seminars, aren't you? Yes. Especially if you're in Sydney. Well, I'm going to go around the country and I'm going to start doing them there as well. But in the meantime, we're just going to hammer this out together. That's why they're cheap for the next 10 weeks. Got to be doing them every Monday. So make sure that you sign up to those. Those are just going to be little coaching sessions for yourself. Even that, way cheaper than any life coach you'll ever see. And also because you are immersed in an environment with a bunch of other people talking about this stuff that you'll be able to make friends with, that you'll be able to network with. I mean, I'm practically giving these tickets away. And then, on top of that, I want you to sign up to Jordan Shanks, get your 3 extra videos a week. Make sure you get them because every cent that you invest in yourself, my word, you will have no money to invest in other things if you don't invest in yourself first. It is going to be far better than any returns if you just think, I don't even honestly think this, really. You going back in time and thinking, yeah, this Google thing, yeah, I'm going to invest in that. Even if you could do that, I still think it's better to invest in yourself because it's not even just the monetary gain. Let's just say that you won on the Google payout and all you got back was cash. Well, I'm offering you spiritual gains, relationship gains. What else do you like? Your ego boosted about how you don't have an ego. Yeah, I'm going to chuck that in as well. All of it. All of it. And on top of that, financial gains as well. Definitely. But all of your dreams, you want them fulfilled. You want me yelling in your ear every day. Otherwise, they won't be fulfilled. There, I said it.